Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
And we won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? How you cannot go?
Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come on in, you guys. And yes, it's Sunday. It's August the 25th, 2024. Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Let me see who's in the building. We got Sanja Watts. How you doing? We got Danielle. We got Zena in the building. Wanda is in here. Ruby Turner, come on now, is in the building. Crystal Powers. And let me see. Batcave. She said, hey, Batcave. And Light Vision is in the building. You guys, I wanted to come on here because I'm off work today. And I seen Friday. Well, today's Sunday. And I seen this Friday. And this was right after we did our live or whatever. But we really was just chatting Friday. And I always want to keep you guys updated because especially on cases that has touched our hearts, that we are a part of the family. Because you guys heard me talking to the mom. I mean, not the mom, but the mom's husband. I can't remember his name right off. I need to call them. You know, I do keep them in my prayers. I really do. I think about their child. The sad thing, and I mean, it is true. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I don't know why Tyre Nichols' case was just so overwhelming to us. Probably because, you know, I have a son that age. And, you know, I just feel compassion for the mom. But because I can just see this happening. I'm not saying, knock on wood, this is gonna happen to my child or it has happened, but I just feel for her because her son is the same age as my son, and he wasn't doing anything, and it's just a nonsense murder, because that's what it was. It was murder. And if you guys don't remember, is Tyre Nichols. He was a very young, nice looking young man coming home, minding his own business, got stopped by the police, and that day, I think it was like January the 10th, they basically was, not really, reading him his rights, telling him what's happening, what's wrong, why they stopped him. They was basically treating him like they were in a gang. They were basically treating him like, I don't care who you are. We stop you. You stop and you answer our questions. We don't got to say nothing to you. And he was scared for his life. So, of course, he ran. And like I would do and you would do and everybody else, because it's late, it's dark, they tripping. He even told them, y'all doing too much. And 5 cops beat him to death. And the sad thing about some of this stuff, you guys, even though when I'm not on here or at work or, school or whatever, I'm going over these cases, going over what was said, going over things, just going over. And I don't know why. I'm not like fascinated with death, but it just doesn't make sense. Hey, Tina, how you doing? I see you in the building. And, yeah. So let me tell you what's done happened. So you guys, you seen the thumbnail. That's Emmett. I think his last name was Emmett Mills. I think his last name was Emmett Mills. So now we have 2 officers that has pleaded guilty. Desmond. Okay, no, I'm sorry. His name is Emmett. I can't remember what his name is. Okay, so we do know that Desmond Mills pleaded guilty already, and they gave him a really good deal. They said, hey, look here, 15 years in prison. And 15 years in prison is like this. Check this out. If you're going to do 15 years in prison, you're probably going to end up doing maybe about 10 of the 15, which is a really sweet deal. So another officer stepped up, but he got 40 years. Well, they haven't sentenced him yet, but the recommendation that they're saying, hey, if he goes ahead and plead guilty, the prosecution is saying, we recommend 40 years. At least he ain't getting life. So, anyway, his name is Emmett Martin, you guys. Sorry. I don't know why I said Mills. I think Desmond Mills was on my mind, and Emmett Martin is the one. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. When we looked over this video of the beating, and we did it so many times, and people was like, I can't watch it anymore, and all this other stuff. Like, and the sad thing about the whole situation, I say that, and people think I'm talking about them. If I'm not talking about nobody particular, but the thing about it is, so you make me feel some kind of way, so I don't show it, but then you go over somewhere else and then come back and say, OSP, I seen this, or you ain't even got to say it. Sometimes I can tell in what you put in the chat that you went somewhere else, watched a video somewhere else where we could have watched it over here, but everybody want to get in the feelings over here. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But nevertheless, this is what I'm going to say to you guys, because, I like to go over stuff, and sometimes I go over stuff. But the reason why I go over it and over and over it is not because of anything other than I missed something, I want to see something, or whatever. If you feel queasy and you can't watch it, or it's bothering you, or it's triggering you, just exit the building. You don't have to announce that you're exiting the building. Most of you don't even announce when you enter in the building. I mean, I get my mods do that. My mods do it because the mods are, supposed to, say hi to everybody and acknowledge you and things of that nature. But some of you guys come in here and sit down, prop, whatever. So I'm not talking about the mods. I'm just talking. And then it distracts the whole content of what we're talking about. So, and I see people come in here and then they be like, I don't know. But here's what I'm saying. You guys know we talk about, the wrongdoings to children and excessive force, officers using excessive force, which is brutality and things of that nature. That's what we do. That's what we do. So when someone comes in and they be like, "Oh, I got to go. I just can't take this no more." They're really disturbing our whole vibe. So sometimes you guys get angry with me because I don't see what you guys are saying. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a reason why I don't see what you guys are saying. Sometimes I don't see what you guys are saying because I have zoomed out of the conversation because somebody has came in here and they swear up and down they just cannot just watch it. You know what I'm saying? And so that disturbs me. So I quit reading you guys' comments. Don't see them. I don't see when you come in. I don't know who's coming in. So, if you come in and I didn't speak, that's because I'm not looking at the chat at that particular time. And so therefore, I can go on with my content of what I want to share with you or tell you, because then I get distracted. And once I get distracted, I might have some things to share with you guys that I have been keeping for a little while, or we want to get into it. We don't want to, chop stuff up. And what happens is you guys still thinking that I'm reading the chat, and I'm not reading the chat because, I'm so used to somebody coming in and saying, "Hey, I can't watch this." Well, what the heck are you doing? I mean, now take it in consideration. My moms, I love when they let me know that they here or they not here. Whether I say something to them or not, I really do try to speak to them because they are my eyes and my ears, and I love and I appreciate every last one of them, especially the ones that's always here no matter what. They try to be here whether they sick or something. I do try to check up on everybody, but it's a lot of stuff. But I do want you guys to know, April the 4th, the judge did deny a change of venue. So I guess the defense for the other officers put in a motion to not have the trial there in Memphis. So that was something that, that was new that I didn't know. But let me go ahead and read what they're saying about this second ex-police officer that pleaded guilty, you guys. Because she said, "I never complained of the 2-3 years of knowing you." Girl, you know. Now, I'm not talking about no particular person, but, especially when we come on a day that we're not even scheduled to come on. That's because I know come Monday, we've got a lot to cover. And I want you guys to know what's happening in the Tyre Nichols case. I really want to meet the mom and the dad. I want to go out and, if I have to buy lunch for them or dinner for them, I just want to I want to hug that lady and tell her that, I love her, like she didn't ask for this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, everybody's like, she finna get $500 million because she finna sue the city. But, nothing can ever replace your child. And maybe they need to get that lesson. This is what I'm saying. I think that this case here, I don't believe the mother is doing it. She's a very kind of, down the home woman when she talks or whatever. And anyway, let me tell y'all what's going on. Let me just read this. It says Emmett Martin is one of the 5 fired officers charged over the fatal beating in 2023. Okay. It said the second former Memphis police officer has pleaded guilty to federal charges in the death of Tyre Nichols, whose video of the beating by 5 black officers in January 2023 shocked the United States. So Emmett Martin pleaded guilty to 2 of 4 federal counts against him. One for depriving Nichols' civil rights and another for witnessing tampering, according to his plea agreement. Okay? So Nichols' mother, Roe Von Wells, who was in the courtroom on Friday, said the hearing was very emotional and bittersweet. The mother came on after they had court, and she said it was bittersweet. It was good, it was good somebody finally taking accountability of what they did to her child. Now, I know that they didn't say, look, I did. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I believe when you plead a guilty plea or something, or when they get ready to sentence you, you have to tell what occurred. You can't just say, I plead guilty, that's it. No, you have to tell what happened. So, driven by anger, Emmett Martin used excessive force on Tyre Nichols on January the 7th, and driven by fear. He tried to cover it up. Defense lawyer Stephen wrote in an email to the news. Wow. So I guess he already told him. So Emmett Martin used excessive force on Tyre Nichols on January the 7th. Driven by fear, he tried to cover it up. Today in open court, he accepted responsibility for what he did. According to Johnson, Stephen Johnson is his attorney. So according to Johnson, who declined to say whether Martin would testify against the others, Martin is also expected to plead guilty to related Tennessee state charges. So in her lawsuit against the state, he's actually going, I guess they came to agreement saying, I don't want the death penalty. I don't want 2 life sentences, because they're looking at a lot of charges. So they agreed to, 40 years. Okay, the first officer that pleaded guilty, they offered him 15 years. That was Desmond Mills. 15 years wasn't a lot, but it got them to talking. In November, it says, this is where they're saying, talking about Desmond. In November, another former Memphis police officer, Desmond, pleaded guilty and agreed to plead guilty to related Tennessee state charges. In exchange, Mills, who was facing life in prison, agreed to the 15 years with the state and federal. Under Martin's deal, federal prosecutions agreed to recommend a sentence of no more than 40. So that doesn't mean he's going to get 40 years. They said that they will agree that he won't get more than 40. So he can get less than 40, and he probably will, you guys. I don't think this man agreed to 40 years. He's kind of was like, I might get 15 to 20 also. And these men is about 40 years old. So him agreeing to 40, he will be nearly 90 years old to get out. He might as well just say he not even going to live that long. I mean, the expected lifespan now is like 70 something. So, so it says Nichols was stopped. Let me find it. The federal trial is scheduled to begin on September the 9th. Whoa, you guys, that's just that's 3 weeks away. Because the day's the 25th. So we got until today's the 25th. Next Sunday will be the 1st. And then the next Sunday after that will be the 8th or the 9th. I don't got a calendar in front of me. So if that was the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Yeah, it would be the 8th. Thank you, Light Vision. She said 2 weeks. So they don't have long, and I didn't know when they were going to have court. So September the 9th, they'll start having court. The state trial is on hold while the federal case develops. The killing led to the protests across the country and again raised the debate about racism and police brutality in the United States. It's funny because I just did an essay about police brutality, and actually what I was thinking about, and I don't know if you guys know this is another update also, but in the case where the Brianna lady that got shot in her home when the police came to her home, and I can't remember what state that was in, but and you guys know, I know you guys don't know that 2 police officers that shot that woman, or that was a part of that botched raid, the lady that was going to school or something, that just finished school, the judge found that there was not significant or evidential evidence or factual evidence, and the police that tampered with the information, I'm lost for words about that. I really am. There's nothing I can really. This is what happens, you guys. So when things happen, they be like, "Oh, you gotta wait till all the evidence come out. Wait to this and wait to that," and then a year go by, and people forget. People forget the person's name. They were angry when it happened. They forget the name. They forget what happened, and so then the judge start hearing stuff. Breonna Taylor case, the 2 police were cleared. Yeah. Yes, that I just seen that yesterday, and it broke my heart. And I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I know you guys know what I'm saying. We don't hear about it a lot, but I'm gonna tell you what be on my heart more than anything. Remember we were talking about the little 2-year-old boy about that was a part of, not a part of the Sonia Massey, But some people say that she was kin to the little boy, like the nephew, or it was a cousin or something. The little boy that the police was called because of a DV, domestic violence case, and they got there. They seen blood on the stairway. They go into the home. The man is naked. He done SA the woman, the mom, and they tell the man to put his hands up. He runs to the room, grabs. He already had a knife. They didn't shoot him. He grabs the little boy between 2 and 4 years of age, and he holding the baby in front of him. His hand is underneath the baby's neck, and then his other hand with the other knife is underneath the baby's stomach. And the police shoots the baby in the head, and the bullet goes through the baby's head, through the man that's doing all of this domestic violence and essaying the mother. The bullet goes through the perpetrator's throat, kills the baby, and kills the man. I know you guys don't care to hear what happened there, but I'm going to tell you something. Thank you, Batcave. She said it was in the Kentucky area, Breonna Taylor. And that recently happened. If you follow the Sonia Massey case, that allegedly, we don't know for sure, we don't have facts, that baby boy was a part of her family. But anywho's, the mother now, here's the crazy thing. So people were upset and they were angry. I don't know why the mother said, she came on national TV and she said that it wasn't about color. It wasn't a black-white thing. I think the mother is, she shouldn't, I don't know what the heck she was thinking when she said that. She was like, everybody trying to make it a color thing. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. It wasn't, I mean, now, true. You guys, I'm going to tell you, talk to me now. Because, see, I guess, this is what I said before that even happened. I said, hey, Lorraine, how you doing? I hadn't seen you in a while. How you doing, sweetheart? My mother always say, don't go to a fight. Somebody drag you to a fight and then they go sit in the car. Don't you go out there fighting no fight. And for some unknown reason, I was wondering why this case wasn't out there in the public eye. Like, nobody's really talking about it. Nobody's really talking about how this baby got shot in the head. Like, it didn't even make sense to me. Now, take it was an accident or a mistake or whatever. And yes, you probably got to be there and your adrenaline is going. But what made this officer take this shot? Why this baby is in the arms of this man? What? I don't get it. I don't freaking understand. Like, this baby's life wasn't now I'm not raising a lot of Cain, because when the mama turns around and say it ain't got nothing to do with color, I'm gonna tell you guys something. This makes me not want to say anything, but I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? This mother, she must be the R word. Okay? I hate to say it because she's a victim. Because this baby had no value. What other baby would you shoot a gun and the baby is in the arms of this man? There was no delegating, no hostile communicating with this person to let the child go. Just sweet. He's got the baby in his hand and he just go. Only thing he gonna do, he just gonna shoot. He gonna shoot one or the other or both. I'm just saying. I don't get it. I don't freaking understand. And I believe, had that been a white child, you wouldn't have shot. You wouldn't have been so easy, so quick, and whatever. If he was going to cut the baby's throat, the baby had a better chance to live than you to shoot this baby in the head. I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I think, and this is just by me going by my feelings of me speaking about it right now, and back then, that was the last case we really touched on, and it got to me so bad that I just wanted to just get away from the baby cases for a minute. And that's why we're on the Young Thug trial. And that's why I just want to stay on the Young Thug trial for a minute, because the mama makes me mad. The officers make me mad. And I don't mean mad like I'm just mad. I mean, I literally don't understand how an officer can not only pull, well, I understand why he pulled out his gun, but shoot while the child was in this man's arms. I don't understand it. You know? And then the mother to come out and say that, I mean, I just don't like, I mean, you have to sometimes think, like, are you guys trained to just shoot no matter what? Or are you guys, like, this baby, because he is black, is not worthy to wait and watch? You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, if that was my child, I would want them to not shoot because my child is there. You know? And maybe you can talk him out of hurting the child. But if you shoot and anytime there's guns and weapons and there's threat to the child, can we negotiate? Can we talk? Can we communicate? Can we at least tell you put the baby down? And you knew that the baby was in the house. And so when he grabs the child, they just shoot. With no conscience of this baby might get hurt. Which, what happened? What happened? Not the baby gets shot in the arm. The baby gets shot in the head, you guys. Okay? And the sad thing about the whole situation is they didn't release the video, and they didn't release the findings from the judge to charge the prosecutors to charge the officers for this child's death. Now, I can take it in considerations if you said, hey, put the baby down, or you seen him cut the baby or whatever. But you know good and well if you shoot and miss the person, the baby's right there. When do we still shoot? I'd rather you cut the baby and whatever and then we shoot. But just to shoot, this man must have thought he was a good shooter. I know. But you shot the baby in the head. So after watching that and just really looking at all of that, I just wanted to back away from the kids for a minute. It was 2 officers. It was 2 officers. We watched the video. We're not going to watch the video right now. I just don't understand why there was no negotiations. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. But anyway, after like we were talking about the Sonia Massey case, and I started trying to research who this child was because people were saying she had a family member that recently had passed away from a cop, and I'm thinking it was an older gentleman, maybe an older young boy or something, maybe a teenager run from the police or was in jail or something of that nature. And so nobody told me it was a baby. It was a baby, you guys. That, yeah, it was in a domestic violence. And some of what's going on in that case does not make sense. Because let me explain to you something. So that's why you look at things and I don't care what other people say. I read it for myself. And then I can get a full understanding. So in that case, the mother says that she was out at a family member's house and she came home and before then her and her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend had broken up. Basically they broken up. They're not together anymore. And this has been going on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. And so she gets home from her family's house and he done broke in the house and he SA her. He just SA her right in front of her kid or whatever. This is what she say. But she tells you that this ain't the first time they done broke up, and this is not the first time that he done, knives been at the house, and he has, she said he'd been drinking, and he done told her if he can't have it, nobody else will. And he just gonna have some sex. She's like, she thought he'd be changed. He'd be changed. I don't know. I'm sorry I even spoke like that because I don't speak like that. I guess sometimes I listen to these videos and then I try to understand that person's thinking. He be drinking. That's like somebody say, what be your name? Anyway. She says, Light Vision says, no restraint order. Exactly. So she said, she keep giving him chance after chance after chance. And I went back. One of the moms went and checked for me that there was other domestic calls at that same residence, and knives, I guess it was at McDonald's or whatever, and knives was pulled out, and I guess somebody at that particular time went to the hospital. I don't know who went. Was it the baby went, the mama went, and he went? But those three individuals was in another confrontational situation prior to this one at McDonald's. And I'm wondering, was he drunk then? Or did she pull out a knife? Or did he pull out a knife then? So, she kept her baby around this type of person. But she gets on TV, the mother gets on TV and she says, oh, it ain't got nothing to do with color. But anywho's, in her statement, she says she comes from a family member's house. And when she gets in the house, he grabs her, chokes her, restrains her, or whatever, right? But when we looked at the video, this woman has a nightgown on. You guys hear me? She has a nightgown on. I'm just saying. I don't know if y'all remember watching the video, but she has a nightgown on. That means so when you got home and he's in the house, you allowed him to stay. You went in there, took a shower, put on a nightgown. I don't know. I don't think the truth is in the pudding here. I just don't. And I didn't want to say that before, but I'm going to say it right now. I just don't. She got a full nightgown on like she was ready to go to bed or ready to get some or something or whatever. I mean, if I'm coming from my cousin's house and he's just so happened to be in my house, I'm not going to have my nightgown on. I don't believe if he's all drunk and everything, he was like, baby, put on something comfortable like a nightgown so I can SA you. I'm just saying. That's why sometimes I don't say something. I don't say something because it didn't make sense to me. And I'm like, this woman got a full nightgown on. I mean, it's one of those long shirts or whatever. But I know she wasn't walking around her cousin's house with that on. She got no shoes on or whatever. And I understand that. But I don't understand how she got a nightgown on. D Diva said, no, it don't either. She said, it doesn't make any sense. She was in any harm if she had a right. She said that this man was hitting her from the back. Y'all understand what I'm saying, right? He was SAing her from the back. And at the same time, every time when he would, go into her, he would stab her with the knife. Stab her with the knife. Stab her with the knife. That's what she said. Y'all tell me. Now, it may be true, it may not. I doubt that she wait around and say, well, let me go put on a nightgown. She had blood on her hands or whatever. I don't know. But something wrong with the whole picture. And everybody's like, yeah, they're kin. There's no evidence, there's no facts that they are kin to the Sonia Massey family. I almost said Quinnell X, not Quinnell X, but Benjamin Crump has not said that they are part or kin or whatever. I just don't understand. But what I was going to tell you guys, the same time that when Sonia Massey died, and they released a video of Sonia Massey, is the same day that the judge had put out the statement that they was not going to press charges on the officer for shooting that baby in the head. Yeah. And that's when I just didn't want to speak on the, you know, on that stuff anymore. You know, I just didn't want to. Oh, baby, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright now. Luther Vandross. He's been playing in my head all day. So anywho's, you guys, let me go back to, because what we were talking about. So I think, so you guys have to be patient with me right now when it comes to, I will get back on the children, but to be honest with you, that right there is like crazy to me, you know? And it's not my child, but I just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand why it is that this officer shoot his gun. She said, now it's in my head. I'm sorry. With that baby in that man's hands. And I guess it was okay. What made it okay? I mean, where do they do that at when there's a baby right there? I mean, I guarantee you, if it was his child in that man's arm, would have still took that shot? I believe not. He would have told everybody, hold fire, hold fire. Don't shoot. I wouldn't have took the shot if it was my child. I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, okay, let's talk, Mr. Such and Such, or let's call him Peabody. Okay, Mr. Peabody, let's just talk about it. You know, we can work this out. What's going on? Put the baby down. Can we get you something? Or, you know, let's see. Let's talk. What's going on? Why are you mad? What do the baby got to do with it? You know, like, let's just talk about this. You know. But just to shoot and then end up shooting the child in the head? You guys, that's the worst I've heard. Now, normally we don't be knowing what be going on with these kids or whatever. But, that's crazy to me. Yeah, that's Luther Vandross, girl. We chose the life in our new path. I hope he sees this for the remainder. We choose the life in our new path. So, you know, things like that I think about. I'm just so happy that this other officer did let me see if they got the release of let me see, August. The last thing they got is, yeah, the mother says she is just so upset about, you know, she's never watched the video, and she hasn't watched the video. They say that it's continuing to play, but She has not watched the video, which is, I understand that, but let me see here. But I did watch them do a conference after court. I was watching it Friday after and Benjamin Crump was just see, they got it where you can't really read it. So Miss Rovan did speak. The family is represented by Benjamin Crump, and they have a $550 million lawsuit. I want to see this right here. Rodney Wells, that's the father, the stepfather. Rodney Wells called for Martin to receive the maximum recommendation of years. If we get 40 years, we'll be happy, he said. Comparing the sentence to the other officer, Derek Chauvin, he got 21 years in the death of George Floyd. I believe, you guys, I believe that, remember, I think the other three is going to make a deal. Because if you guys don't remember when we watched a video of them doing that to Tyre, Emmett was the dark-skinned brother. Let me let y'all look at his picture because some of y'all came in here and you didn't see his picture, but let me show you his picture, what he looked like. You know what's so weird? I just, let's look at Tyre. We got a picture of Tyre here. How can somebody jump on somebody and he looks just like him? Like that could have been your daddy, like, what the heck? I mean, we are of our worst. Our people, and when I say our people, I'm meaning, and I'm not talking about any other culture. I'm talking about the black culture. You guys, Woody said the right thing. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. You guys should. Like we will really hurt our own people. Like you're doing us a service or something. Every job I've ever had, I've always had problems with black people. I'm serious, you guys. It makes me sick. It's like you try me more than anybody else. Now, and be standing there like, I'm not gonna let you do this to Sarah. Do what to Sarah? Like, I'm not acting foolish or anything. I don't want you to cheat for me, lie for me, steal for me, or whatever. Just help me out. Like, show me what to do or whatever. I'm going to show you what to do. And you know what? Our people, our African Americans in the United States are horrible. We are horrible to each other. You know what? A Mexican person said the reason why they don't like black people is because we don't help each other. We don't help each other. We'll come in the room. We'll all come in the room. If you ever pay attention, like I went to the driver's license place. I guess I was doing something for driver's license or Social Security or whatever. And we walk in, we won't even sit by each other. We'll go and sit by a white person. Or we don't come in and be like, hey, how's it going? What's the such? A Mexican person come in, they be like, they go grab their bag. Is there something, they're calling this person, you can come and get in the line over here. They help each other out. We just sit there and be like, what this ninja trying to do? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We don't even help each other. We want to show them they not like us. And I think it's the mentality, slave mentality, that continues to go from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. Just like this mother. She said, it ain't got nothing to do with color. Well, what does it got to do with, honey? Tell me what other white officer will shoot without asking questions, will shoot if it was their child, will shoot if it was a white child, will just shoot and not negotiate a gun that somebody's just holding a child. Why would he do that? Because I thought that I can make the shot. You thought you can make the shot? You will put my child in danger. And not only that, you killed my child. Because you thought you could make the shot. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I don't think I'm going to understand it. I had a chance to speak with this mother, and I refuse. Because you know what? No. I would get totally upset and just, I don't know, oh my God. I'd rather speak the truth, especially when my child is gone. And I don't know her thinking. I mean, it's really almost evident what you see. Like any other child, this will be all over the news, everywhere. And all this, but it's not. And the reason why it's not, because, like I said, if somebody come and get you for a fight and say, this happened, this is happening, or look what happened, how you gonna get mad? And the mama sitting there talking about, it's okay, it's all good, it's all good. I just can't. Anyway, you guys, I am going to, this is why I am so I love Tyre's family. I love his mother. Whether she looks at the video or not look at the video, I understand her stance. I'm with her 100%. She's in my prayers. I'm always showing her son in a happy moment. I'm not showing them beating him down every 5 minutes, dragging it in the mud. She don't want to see it. We're not going to show that. We done already looked at it. We done already seen what happened. We all done seen what happened. And if we have any kids, if you guys have any kids, any grandkids, I don't care what color you are, it can happen. Because you got foolery for police officers. You got people, and the sad thing about the whole situation, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys, we done spoke about this before, but it always illuminates when we talk about Tyre. The sad thing about this whole situation is, first of all, they are all black officers. And I told y'all this once before, anytime I've ever got stopped and harassed, it has been a black officer. I mean, they literally threw my license on the ground in front of my kids because they didn't want to hand it to me. Because I'm driving a nice car and they just expect it. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be honest with you. My son calling me, and I was just going to say something about my son. Hold on. Hey, hello.
How's it going, ST?
It's going. I am live right now. What's up, though?
I'm sorry for calling you, ST. I'll talk to you later then.
Oh, I'm going to call you as soon as I get off of here because I ain't heard from you all day.
Well, I didn't hear from you either, ST.
Yeah, is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm finna. We took Diesel back to the place and got him another bath again because he's itching or whatever. But I'm finna go spray his kennel. They think that he's allergic to grass.
Hey, my girl dog, the new puppy.
Uh-huh.
I think she is too. I done switched dog foods, all types of things, shampoos, stop using this cleaner, and I think she's allergic to grass too. Every time she go out there, she just gets tore up.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. If he's gonna have to take some shots because he's allergic to grass. Cause yeah,
It's time to do gravel.
yeah, probably do gravel. Yeah. So we're probably gonna have to take the whole backyard up and cut everything down or something.
Okay, well, you do your live and you call me back.
All right.
All right.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, they think he's allergic to grass, you guys. Oh, because he is like, I mean, he's getting like a shower like every week, and he's itching and he's scratching, and they saying he's got eczema. They don't know, but then he's fine as soon as he gets a really good bath. But as soon as he leaves and go out to the yard, he come back, he's like scratch, and we're like, oh my God. So we're gonna have to get him some. Did you change the soap? Honey, he goes to the groomers. I'm not even giving him baths anymore. I let them do it because it's just too much. It's overwhelming. I can't keep up with it. So no, he takes, when they give him his bath, it's a hypogenic soap. It has no fragrance. It has no chemicals in it. No, this is this is helping him. This is helping him. Yeah, this is helping him. Cause they're trust me, I'm gonna take him back to the vet. I'm gonna call the vet Monday and get him in. He's gonna have to probably just take shots or whatever. I mean, he already takes she said I used to use the mane and tail and it worked. Yeah. I mean, he looks beautiful when he comes back. They clean him up really well, get all his extra hair off of him and everything, and he's excited and all of that. So yeah, he went today actually, and so I'm gonna go spray his whole kennel and everything to make sure ants, flies, mosquitoes. There's nothing in his kennel. There's nothing. But we hadn't even put him in the kennel. He just got out the car all the way home. He didn't scratch or anything. He got out the car, came to the front yard. He went to go pee. He came in the house and then he started scratching. She said, then we don't have to worry about him smoking it then. I told you, he I don't know, yeah. Anyway, you guys, I wanted to share with you guys the update on the Tyre Nichols case. If you guys didn't see that, that was the update on there. Then there was an update on the Breonna Taylor case where the two officers got, the judge didn't charge them. So, and then on the Young Thug case, we're going to talk about that Monday, you guys. We're gonna listen. I love that case so much because it just takes me away from the children, and brings me into a world of what the heck is really going on, and so there's another attorney that has raised up in the courtroom and got mad at the end of day 117. If you guys is not looking at the case, go look. Mr. Harvey, that's the attorney's name. Mr. Harvey is representing Mr. Nichols, and she said, "Can I call?" Let me see. Where's my phone? Yep, you can call. If you want to call in, you can call me. Let me see if my phone. Two people to hold on before you call. Oh, I gotta call Sugar Mama. She done called twice today. You guys, she been calling me and calling me and calling me. I'ma call her today. Yeah, you can call if you want to call in. Call in. Call in. You got the number? Here's the number. You can call in, or you can come up on the panel if you want to. She said, "I'll wait after." She said, "Can I call?" Yeah. Oh, you want to call me after the live? You want to call me after the live? Cause I've got to get the post office is closed. Miss Tina, your stuff will be in the mail tomorrow, baby. I'm sending it on out. She been so patient and everything. She's like, "When are you gonna send it?" Well, I think I got everybody's situation handled. So Sugar Mama, she'll let me know what she want me to do, and then Andrea Maxwell, I've got her Cash App, and I think that's it. So anyway, you guys, be good, be great, and hey, be nice to each other. Bye.